very short hip opening sequence for you to practice if you have tight hip flexors, glutes, hamstrings, quads. Really all of it plays into hip mobility, and this is a really good way to also prevent tightening and closing off of the hip joint, which naturally happens with age. So the more that you practice these poses, the healthier your hips will become. Let's check it out. So we'll just start by warming up the hips a little bit from a tabletop position with the fingers spreading wide. Let's step the right foot in between the hands. You can work the right ankle over towards the right thumb slightly so your feet and your back knee are about hip width distance apart. Inhale and open through your shoulders, spreading the collarbones, lifting the gaze. And then exhale, sending the hips back towards the left heel and maybe reaching the right toes to the sky. Let's just do this a few more times with breath. Inhale, coming forward, and exhale, sitting back. Inhale, and exhale. So building the breath here as well. And starting to sync up breath with movement. Last one here. And then we'll meet back in our tabletop position, placing the hands down and stepping the right knee back. Left foot comes forward, scooting the left ankle over towards the left wrist, left thumb, and then inhale, we'll open the heart, look forward, and exhale, sitting the hips back. And we'll just cycle through this a few more times with breath. Noticing the spaces that are holding tension today. Noticing the quality of not just the physical body, the emotional body as well, spiritual body. Good. Planting the hands together. Let's tuck the right toes and step the left foot back. Downward facing dog. Feet are hip width distance. Without pressing down through the heels, hugging the upper arm bones in and sending the chest back towards the thighs. Thighs towards back of the mat. Step your feet together and then inhale, the right leg reaches high. Flex your right foot. And then stack your right hip over the left hip and then bend the right knee. Can you bring the right heel in towards your butt cheeks, lifting the right knee higher. Good. Stretching open through the right hip and then stepping the right foot down where the left foot was, so big toes touch. Left leg moves high. Engage the front of the leg and then engage the back of the leg by kicking out through the left heel. Stack your left hip on top and then bend the left knee, heel to butt, knee to sky, hugging the upper arm bones in, and squaring the hips back off and coming to down dog. We'll walk the hands back to meet the feet. Heel toe the feet wider than your mat, toes point out, heels point in, and we'll just move through some malasana here. So sinking the hips down low, and then inhale, lifting the hips, turning the toes in, fold. Knees do not have to straighten. Good. Sitting the hips down, we'll turn the toes out. And then turn the toes in and lift your butt. Don't worry about the knees being straight. Good. Drop the hips, spread the toes wide, and then exhale, toes in and fold. We'll do one more like that. Good. Coming back into your downward facing dog. Take one deep breath in here. And exhale it out the mouth. Good. Step the right foot in between the hands. And then walk the hands over to the left side of the mat so that your legs are wide, insoles of the feet are parallel. We'll walk the hands all the way over to the back foot, pivoting up on the right heel to lift the toes high, and then coming in other side. Left toes high, inhale to center, then exhale down. Inhale center, exhale down. And just notice the difference in the flexibility between the two ankles, the two knees, the two hips. Back through center here, turning the heels in, toes out. Hands come on top of the knees, fingertips pointing down. Sink your hips down. Think about widening the knees open, widening the collarbones open. We'll take a big inhale here. Exhale, can you go even lower? Inhale, lifting up slightly. And exhale, even more down. Last one here, inhale. And exhale, your full expression. Inhale, rise up, arms reach up, turn the toes in. This is horse pose. And then exhale, we'll fold forward, wide leg forward fold. Inhale, look forward, halfway lift. Pivot to the top of the mat and exhale, downward facing dog. So it wouldn't be a hip opening class without pigeon. We'll bring the right knee in towards the right wrist, curling the right heel under towards your pubic bone. Untuck your back toes. Now you can stay upright like this, or you can begin to come down onto forearms. So we are opening up the external rotators on the right side here. Right glute, piriformis. You can hold this pose for up to 7 minutes. Let's take a more yin-inspired version of this. And the longer that we hold this pose, the more we can get into thicker, stiffer tissues. For the purposes of this class, we're focusing more on the muscular layer, just increasing circulation into our target areas and bringing some flexibility in as well. Feel free to hold this posture for as long as you're called to, or to come back to this one because this is a really good one for you. Good to come out, we'll walk the hands in, sliding over onto the butt. So the right heel is in, left leg extended up. Left hand, palm face up, slide the thumb under the calf, and then inhale, right arm reaches up and over. And then come back to center. Both hands come to the top of the mat, tuck your left toes, lift your right leg up and back, three-legged dog, roll the ankle, and then set the right foot down. Second side, inhale, left leg high, and then exhale, we'll find pigeon second side, curling the left heel in towards your midline. Walking the hands in, making sure that your hips are square here, we're not rolling off to the right or the left. And then you might come down onto forearms here. So again, we can still definitely get benefits of this posture, even if we don't hold it for the full 7 minutes. You can probably feel that benefit happening for you right now. Good. Coming back onto the hands if you're on forearms. We'll roll to the butt. So I'm going to have my back to face you for just a moment here. Right hand palm face up, slide the right thumb under the right calf, and then left arm reaches up and over towards the right foot. Breathe into the left side body. And rising back up. And we'll find downward facing dog. Between the hands, we'll come to sit. And this is where we will conclude, yogis, and I just want to remind you this is not like a full formal yoga class, more of a tutorial about running through some postures and drills to get the hips open. So any of these poses are fair game. If you have tight hips and want to come back to them, you can hold many of them for up to 5-7 minutes, depending on your individual needs. And if you have any questions at all about what we did here today, or how you can build an individualized hip opening plan, shoot me a message in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Thank you so much, and have a